G'day folks, in today's video we're going to be taking a look at a hard case for the Mavic Air 2. Now the nice thing about this case is that you can see here there's a spot for the smart controller. And when you pull that out you can see that it also has a space for the original controller, so no matter what controller you want to fly with that day, you can bring both with you. If you're in the market for a good quality case, I highly recommend it. Let's just jump right in and take a closer look. So this is a hard shell case for the Mavic Air 2, and it's by a company called Lykus. I've featured many of their cases in the past on my channel. They make a good quality case, but more importantly, they make one that is affordable. Some of these hard cases can get very expensive, but the one by Lykus is actually quite reasonable. Let's take a look around the outside of the case here. You can see it is pressure regulated. We have safety locks on the latches. You can see we have to press in before we can unlock it. That's a good feature to have, and that way it doesn't become unlatched when you don't really mean it to. We have two openings here at the front in which we can put a lock to keep things secure inside. Let's go ahead and we will open it up here. As you can see here, the interior comes with precision cut foam, and there's ample space to store pretty well anything you will need. If you're a person who has a lot of batteries for your Mavic Air 2, you're in luck because you can store a total of 6 batteries in this case. You can see we have 5 slots here at the back, and of course then one in the drone. And there is a storage slot over here that's just for random accessories, and you could even put a few more in there if you needed to. But one of the main features that sets this case aside from some of the other ones on the market is that you can store the smart controller and the original controller inside. A lot of the cases that came out as soon as the Mavic Air 2 was released just had a spot for the regular controller because the smart controller wasn't compatible yet. So that's actually a nice touch because I know a lot of people use the smart controller with it. So let's go ahead, we'll get things packed up in here and we'll see how everything fits. You can see the original controller fits down below where the smart controller sits. Smart controller then just goes over top like that. And it's held in there securely so you don't have to worry about it rattling around, but it does come out fairly easy when you need it. As mentioned, we can store 5 batteries at the back. I only have a total of 3. I'll keep one inside the drone, so there's a couple extra spots there that you can use for cabling or whatever else you need. The power adapter for the drone goes in right under where the drone sits, just like that here. And then the drone sits in over top of it like that. As you can see here, I do have a propeller guard on, and it fits in there with no issue. This slot here is to store spare propellers. Now I've just put 4 in there, and as you can see, there's a lot of space still. So you could probably fit upwards of 10 propellers in there with no issue at all. We have this slot here at the side. That's where the charging hub slides into. Just like that there. And the rest of our accessories just goes in this open compartment here. And it's quite large. Here I have the car charger for the Mavic Air 2 that can fit down there inside. Here I have the power cable for the power adapter that's sitting under the drone. Put that in there. As you can see here, a couple sets of ND filters, a little adapter that turns your batteries into a power bank. That adapter can fit down in there. Some spare sticks, and there you go. You can see we still have some room that we could put more cabling or whatever we need in there. Close it up. And now your Mavic Air 2 has a lot of good protection. Now a case like this is not ideal for every situation or for everybody for that matter. If you're just hiking into locations, different things like that, something like this is not really practical to bring along with you. But definitely if you're traveling car road trips, something like this can keep your gear protected, and that way you don't have to worry about if there's a lot of weight on it, if it gets dropped, anything like that. The thing here, which I forgot to show you earlier, there is a rubber strip along the top here, so it is waterproof. So if you happen to get into some wet situations, maybe you're a kayaker or a canoeer and you're going to be taking a drone with you, and you don't want to worry about if you happen to tip over or if things get wet. Something like this is a good choice. As you can see at the top here, we have a nice large flat surface, so it also doubles as a nice landing pad. So yeah, folks, that is a hard case by Lykus for the Mavic Air 2. I'll include a link down below in the description of this video where you can go and check it out further. I do believe it's available on both the Canadian and American Amazon, so I will leave a link for both. I should give a reminder, I quite often forget to, but if you do purchase it through one of my links, I will receive a small percentage of the sale. It doesn't affect the price when you're purchasing it, but it does help support the channel. That's basically it. Hopefully you enjoyed this video and got some value out of it. Give it a thumbs up if you did. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any of our upcoming videos, and we'll see you in the next one.